Melody Shari shared a message that quickly became one of the biggest topics among fans. The words were emotional, honest, and filled with pain. Many people stopped what they were doing just to read the post again because it sounded like someone who was carrying a very heavy weight. Instead of talking about a TV episode or promoting a business, Melody shared a personal feeling that made many people wonder what she was going through. Some people immediately felt sorry for her and sent messages of support. Others questioned why she would share something so personal on social media. That one post started a conversation that spread across different platforms, and everyone seemed to have a different opinion about it. The biggest reason people reacted so strongly was because Melody has never hidden the difficult parts of her life. From the very beginning, viewers have watched her deal with problems that most people would rather keep private. Her marriage, her divorce, and the challenges of raising children while living in the public eye have all become part of her story. Because of that, many fans feel like they have watched her grow through some of the hardest moments of her life. When someone has shared that much with the public, every new post is looked at very closely. Every sentence is discussed, and every word is given a meaning that may or may not have been intended. The message that caught everyone's attention was not a long statement. It was simple, but it carried a lot of emotion. Many readers felt that Melody sounded exhausted. Others believed she was simply expressing how difficult life had become. No matter which side people agreed with, almost everyone admitted that the post felt different from her usual updates. It sounded like someone trying to explain feelings that had been building for a long time instead of someone trying to create attention. That is where the debate really started. Some people believed Melody was only sharing her emotions because everyone needs support during difficult times. They said no one should judge a mother who is dealing with personal struggles without first trying to understand what she might be facing. They reminded others that being strong does not mean someone never gets tired. Even the strongest people reach moments where they feel overwhelmed, and sometimes writing a few honest words can help release some of that pressure. On the other hand, there were people who believed social media was not the right place for such emotional messages. They argued that private family matters should stay private, especially when children are involved. According to this group, public posts can easily be misunderstood because readers do not know the full story. A short message can create many different ideas in people's minds, and once something is posted online, it spreads very quickly. Some critics believed that staying silent would have been the better choice. This difference of opinion shows something important about today's world. Social media has become a place where people celebrate happy moments, but it has also become a place where people share pain. Some believe that sharing struggles helps others who are facing similar situations. Others believe that the internet is too harsh and that personal pain should only be shared with trusted family and close friends. There is no simple answer, because every person handles difficult moments in a different way. Melody's supporters believe that she has always been open about her journey. They say honesty has always been part of her personality. She has talked about faith, family, business, and personal growth for many years. Because of that, they do not see this emotional post as something unusual. Instead, they see it as another moment where she chose honesty instead of pretending that everything was perfect. To them, sharing real emotions is not a weakness. It is simply being human. Critics, however, looked at the same message from a completely different point of view. They questioned whether sharing such emotional thoughts during an ongoing legal situation was the best decision. They worried that public statements could create more stress instead of less. Some even suggested that every public post becomes something people will analyze, discuss, and sometimes even misunderstand. From that perspective, they felt extra caution would have been wise. One thing that cannot be ignored is that public figures live under a level of attention that most people will never experience. A regular person may post something emotional, and only a few friends will see it. A celebrity posts the same thing, and thousands of strangers begin discussing it within minutes. News websites write articles, content creators make videos. Social media users create their own opinions without knowing the complete story. That level of attention can make an already difficult situation feel even heavier. Many fans pointed out that Melody has spent years trying to rebuild her life. Building businesses, taking care of her children, and continuing to work while facing public criticism cannot be easy. Every achievement she celebrates is often followed by another discussion about her personal life. Instead of allowing her to move forward, many people continue bringing up old problems. Supporters believe that carrying all of this pressure for years could leave anyone emotionally tired. Another interesting part of the conversation was how differently people react depending on who is involved. Some fans argued that when certain public figures express sadness, people immediately show sympathy. But when Melody shares similar feelings, many people question her motives. Whether that opinion is correct or not, it reflects how divided the audience has become. It seems that no matter what she says, one group will support her, while another group will criticize her. This situation also reminds us that people often see only a very small part of someone else's life. Social media posts are only a few sentences long. Television shows are edited into episodes. Interviews are short. None of these things can fully explain everything happening behind the scenes. That is why making quick judgments can sometimes be unfair. There may be facts that the public does not know, and there may be emotions that cannot be explained in a single post. Many people also talked about emotional exhaustion. This is something that can happen after dealing with stress for a very long time. A person may continue working, smiling, and taking care of responsibilities while feeling completely drained inside. Eventually, those emotions may come out in unexpected ways. Sometimes it happens during a conversation. Sometimes it happens in tears. Sometimes it happens through a social media post. That does not always mean the person wants attention. It may simply mean they have reached a point where keeping everything inside is no longer possible. Another reason this story attracted so much attention is because many viewers connected it to their own lives. Across the comment sections, people shared stories about difficult relationships, painful divorces, and the challenges of co-parenting. Some said they understood exactly how Melody might be feeling because they had experienced similar stress themselves. Others shared stories of rebuilding their lives after heartbreak and finding strength through family, faith, or supportive friends. Those personal stories became just as important as the original post because they reminded everyone that these kinds of struggles happen to many families, not just celebrities. No matter which opinion someone holds, one fact remains true. The discussion has become much bigger than one social media post. People are talking about parenting, emotional health, public pressure, healing, and the challenges of living under constant attention. Those are conversations that matter because they affect many people every day, whether they are famous or not. As the public continues to follow Melody's journey, many fans hope that the situation becomes less stressful and that everyone involved is able to focus on what matters most. While opinions about the post may continue to differ, most people can agree that emotional moments deserve thoughtful conversations instead of quick judgments. Sometimes the strongest thing anyone can do is simply remember that there is always more to a story than what appears on a phone screen. One thing that made this situation even bigger was the timing. Melody shared her emotional message while many people were already talking about her personal life. Because of that, every word was examined from every possible angle. Some readers believed the post was connected to the pressure she had been carrying for a long time. Others believed it was simply an emotional moment that happened to become public. Whatever the reason, it quickly became one of the most talked about topics among fans. It showed how a few lines on social media can create days of discussion when they come from someone who has spent years in the public eye. Many supporters said people often forget that public figures are still human beings. Cameras may follow their lives, interviews may ask personal questions, and social media may make it seem like they are always available. But at the end of the day, they still experience stress, fear, sadness, and disappointment just like everyone else. Fame does not remove emotions. In many cases, it makes those emotions even harder to deal with, because thousands of strangers feel free to judge every decision they make. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting videos.